On the third day, Susan decided to take Ben to the vet. The veterinarian, Annie, was an old friend of Susan's. During the checkup, Annie ran a scan. A soft beep filled the room. "There's a chip," Annie said. Susan's heart tightened with nervousness. Annie checked the computer, hoping to trace the owner. The record showed that Ben's registered name was actually Bear, and his owner was a woman named Anita, who lived in a neighboring suburb, about 10 kilometers away. However, when Annie tried calling the listed phone number, it was disconnected. Annie told Susan the news and promised to continue searching for Bear's owner. Grateful, Susan thanked her and took Ben home. On the way back, Susan stopped by the beach and took Ben for a walk. It was a place filled with memories. She and her late husband, Steve, used to walk there together. Sitting on a bench, Susan hugged Ben tightly as sadness washed over her. Ben stayed close, offering silent comfort. 2 days later, Susan received a call from Annie. She had finally managed to contact Bear's owner, and they were coming to Susan's house to meet her. When the doorbell rang, Susan opened the door to find a young couple standing outside. With them was Anita, heavily pregnant. Her husband, Alan, carrying of her 3-year-old son on his arm. Susan welcomed them inside. Ben sat close beside her, glancing nervously at Anita. Anita explained that Bear had gone missing during a picnic 2 months earlier. They had searched everywhere but heard nothing, until Annie tracked down her new contact number. Anita smiled warmly at Ben. She then shared that her husband had recently been offered a job in another state, and they were planning to move in 3 weeks. With her pregnancy, the move, and caring for her young son, she felt overwhelmed. Looking at Susan, Anita gently asked if she would like to adopt Bear. Tears filled Susan's eyes. She stood up and embraced Anita, thanking her, and saying she would be more than happy to adopt him. The family spent some final moments, playing with Ben in the garden. As they drove away, Susan and Ben stood together, waving goodbye. Susan felt a deep sense of peace. Ben had not only found a home, he had filled the empty space in Susan's heart, becoming a loyal companion who replaced loneliness with love.